Hi everyone, Anthony Morganti here. Last night I was doom scrolling on Instagram and I stumbled across a Photoshop how-to video. It was one of those videos where there was no audio, it was just a video demonstration. And in that video, they took an image similar to this, although their image was of a kayak, not of a canoe. And they clipped out the photo of the kayak and they dropped it into another image such as this. And the reflection looked perfect. Everything really looked perfect. And in that video, they did it in a very unique way. So today I tried to do it myself and it didn't work at all. So I experimented with it a bit and I found that that method actually works perfect on an image such as this, but it doesn't work at all on an image such as this. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how they did it on this image. Then I'm going to show you how you could make it work if you have an image more similar to this. Now, this is a photo I took of a place near where I live called Chestnut Ridge Park. This is another photo of another place near where I live. This is called either Audubon Lake or Audubon Pond. I don't really know what it is. But anyway, this is a stock image. And I want to take this canoe out of this stock image and put it in this image. So to do that, and the way they did it in the video is they got the lasso tool, it's right here, and they just drew a loose selection around the canoe, as I am doing now. In the case, again, it was they were doing it on a kayak. All right, so we just do that loose selection. So now we have this loose selection. Now, get the move tool. You could hit the V key, V for victory, to get the move tool. The move tool is the top tool in the tool well. And we're just going to click on the canoe and we're going to drag it up to that middle tab and just drop it on here. Now we have this canoe. Now you could resize it by hitting Command or Control T on your keyboard and you'll get these handles. And you could come in and resize it so it looks maybe more natural where you have it. Once you have it resized, go up here and click the little check mark. Then go over and click on the background layer and duplicate it by hitting Command or Control J on your keyboard. Then click on that middle background copy and then hold in the Command or Control key and click on that top layer, the layer with the canoe. So they're both active and selected. Then go up to Edit and then down to Auto Blend Layers. When this dialog box pops up, click on Stack Images and make sure Seamless Tones and Colors is checked and Content Aware Fill Transparent Areas is checked and click OK. We'll take a second and you see it blends it perfectly. You know, I've always got this warning and I saw that in their video they did too and they just clicked OK and it just, as you can see, it looks great in this image. But if we go back to our canoe, I still have the selection around it. And I have the move tool active. I click on it and I drag it up to that first tab. This is the raw file of Chestnut Ridge. And I put it in here and I resize it by hitting Command or Control T and maybe make it look a little more natural. In here like this. Then I click the little check mark. Then I go to the background layer and I duplicate it by hitting Command J. And then I make sure I'm clicked on that middle copy, hold the Command or Control key in and click on that top layer. Then go up to Edit, Auto Blend Layers, and then I go to Stack Images. You'll notice it doesn't work well here. It fails miserably. And the reason why it's failing is when you're auto blending layers, it will favor darker tones. And when I took the image, or I took the clipped out canoe over to this image, it was generally darker in the area where I put it. So the blend worked properly. Over on this image, though, it was darker where I put it, so the blend didn't work at all. So in a case like this, we could do it a different way, and I'm going to show you how we'll do it. We're going to go back to this original image without the canoe in it, and then we're going to go back to the Adobe stock image of the canoe. I'm going to get rid of this selection by hitting Command D on my Mac, Control D on the PC to deselect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get the object selection tool. The object selection tool has a keyboard shortcut of W. By the way, on my website, I have a full list of all of Photoshop's keyboard shortcuts. It's a downloadable PDF that you could print at home. I'll have a link to it in the description below this video. I have a lot of free stuff on my website. You can check it out. Now, so we have this specific object selection tool selected. Make sure you're using it because the W keyboard shortcut is shared by 3 different selection tools. So make sure you're using that object selection tool. Then make sure you're using the lasso tool. And then as before, we're going to come in here and we're going to draw around the canoe. But what will happen now is it will get a tighter selection because it's going to look for the object within the area we're drawing. And it's going to take a second or 3. And because this canoe is perfectly, and its reflection is perfectly set off against the water, it did the selection perfectly first try. You can see it has the canoe selected nicely. If it didn't, you could come over here and get, let's say, the quick selection tool, and you could use the plus brush to add to the selection by just drawing on the areas it didn't select, or the minus brush to take it away from areas it shouldn't have selected. So now we have this selection of the canoe. We're going to again get the move tool, hit the V key on your keyboard for the move tool. We'll click on the canoe. We'll drag her up here to this first tab, and we'll just drop it on here. And now look at it. It looks fine. We could then resize this if we want to. Hit Command or Control T. You'll get the handles, and you could come in and resize it if you need to. And click the little check mark when you're done. Now, there may be an instance where it just doesn't look right as far as the lighting and the coloring is concerned. If that is the case, what I suggest you do is use a neural filter to blend it in or blend the colors in so it looks better. To do that, make sure that you're clicked on layer 1, the layer with the canoe, and then go up to Filter, then down to Neural Filters, and you'll get this dialog box of all the different neural filters that are available. Now, the specific neural filter we're going to use is called Harmonization. Now, with Harmonization, it will make the colors and tones and the brightness level of the canoe match the background, so it looks like it belongs. So we're going to turn it on. Then what you need to do is go up here where it says Reference Image, and you have to tell it to look at that background layer. So as soon as I do this, it's going to take a second or 2 to kick in. But once it kicks in, you'll notice a difference. It'll be a subtle difference, but it will look better. So before I do click on the background layer here, I'd like you to look at the canoe. Just keep looking at it. I'll click on background. You can see it's going to kick in, and there it is. It kicked in. So I'll undo it by turning off Harmonization and then turning it back on. It's going to take a second to kick in, and there it is. Then click OK when you're done. And then we have our marching ants again around our selection. Deselect that by hitting Command or Control D to get rid of that. And you can see now it looks like it better belongs in the scene. So that's how you could do something like this. You could take an element from one image and put it in another image. Specifically, I took this canoe with its reflection and put it in this image, and I put it in this image. And in both cases, it looks like it actually was there. Thank you, everyone who watches my videos. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.